And Tupac Shakur's legal troubles are continuing. Wednesday, a Los Angeles judge ordered the arrest of Shakur for failing to appear at a Los Angeles court hearing on weapons charges. Shakur was stopped in April for speeding. Police said they also discovered a 9mm pistol. Shakur is seen here after leaving a New York hospital last week, where he received treatment for gunshot wounds suffered in a robbery. Also last week, Shakur was released on bail following a conviction on sexual abuse charges in New York. Vanessa Williams' new album is her first in 3 years, and it's called The Sweetest Days.
The vocals are pretty simple. We went for performances as opposed to perfection, and that's what most people kind of lock into.
I think that's the first time we've ever had the #1 artist with the #1 album do the top 5.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We tried to get the Monks when Chant was #1, but they wouldn't do it for us. Coming up on E! News Daily, the Three Stooges' children settle up their differences, and not with a poke in the eye.
And sexual harassment. Men aren't the only bad guys. Did you write that line?
No.
We'll sample the steamy power thriller, Disclosure.
Anybody, and I picked you.
Wesley Snipes is reaching new heights in his latest role. In the new film Drop Zone, he plays a federal marshal that's up against some parachuting bad guys. For Snipes, that meant pulling the ripcord for real.
First time I jumped, as soon as I came out the door, I put my hands down as though I was going to grab something, you know, to brace myself. And there was nothing there but pure space. And so I screamed.
Gary Busey plays Snipes' nemesis in Drop Zone. He says skydiving is about conquering fear.
When the chute opens, you feel like you've really conquered something. You've really faced something to go the distance. It's a lot of fun, and it's revealing to your deep parts.
What I'm offering you, no one else in the world can provide. No one else.
Besides skydiving, the film also includes a government scandal and some crime solving. But Snipes says he doesn't play the typical action hero.
This guy is a nice guy. He's an everyman, you know. He's not a superhero. He's not the kind of guy who's out there, you know, trying to save the world. He's not a special agent. He's not, you know, Recon and Delta Force or anything like that. He's kind of just a guy who had a job, and then he found himself in an extraordinary circumstance.
Snipes believes the parachuting scenes give the film its high energy. But at the same time, he says jumping out of an airplane is surprisingly peaceful.
It's very beautiful. I mean, there's an interesting thing that if you kind of flare the canopy while you're in the air, it becomes silent. It becomes completely silent.
When you hit the ground, you hit it nice and soft because you pull the toggles down, the chute flares, and you just touch down, and you're ready to go again.
Wow. Drop Zone opens Friday nationwide. Whatever happened to stunt doubles?
I don't know, but I certainly have my vinyl net handy. In space, no one can hear you scream. Now on to that movie where men aren't necessarily the bad guys, the one you're waiting for, Bianca. Disclosure is the name of the movie. It's the latest Michael Crichton thriller to go from bestseller to big screen in record time.
The Planet Hollywood in Paris won't be open until next spring, but Charlie Sheen has already helped the restaurant start its collection of movie memorabilia. Sheen went to France recently, where he donated part of his costume from Terminal Velocity with help from a translator.
This is the actual flight suit that I wore in the movie.
C'est la combinaison de pilote que je porte dans le film.
Accompanied by the safety helmet that I wore in the movie.
Et par le casque de sécurité que je porte également dans le film.
And that's basically it.
The crowd of Parisians also got to scramble for some free Planet Hollywood souvenirs before Sheen took a tour of the site where the restaurant is being built. And the former home of another First Lady, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, is up for grabs. She bought the 15-room New York apartment 30 years ago for $200,000. But values have gone up on fashionable Fifth Avenue. The asking price today, $9 million. Also on the Upper East Side, a certain blackbird has brought nearly $400,000 at auction. This particular falcon was hatched in Malta and made famous by Warner Brothers before landing at Christie's auction house. Okay, so it's only a movie prop, but the Maltese falcon is a bit of film history. Thursday's winning bidder at Christie's outbid a California collector who owns the other falcon actually used in the 1941 Bogart Classic. 2 Oscars were also auctioned. Victor Fleming's Academy Award for directing Gone with the Wind brought nearly $250,000, and the Oscar Howard Koch won for co-writing Casablanca sold for nearly $185,000. From all of us here at E! News Daily, thanks for joining us. I'm Bianca Ferrare.
I'm Steve Kometko. We leave you with a special treat tonight, the Rolling Stones from their Voodoo Lounge tour in Montreal, from where they accepted an honor and performed for the Billboard Awards. Enjoy.